Treyarch recently buffed a ton of the marksman rifles, including the TR2. This FAL was an epic fail, but with this recent update, is it now an epic win? Let's jump in game and find out. And I thought, what better map to use this TR2 on than the Tomb? This is the map where the TR2 was first introduced, and I've been playing a lot of Terminus, a lot of Shattered Veil lately, and honestly, I played the Tomb for a recent video and it was pretty refreshing. I don't know what it is, but the Tomb has like a good casual map feel to it that I am in love with. It's like a better Liberty Falls, if you ask me. Sorry to start the video with such a hot take. We're here talking about the TR2. Let's throw up the class that I have with it. It's just the newest version of my most favorite class. I am notably not running rapid fire on it because I am going to use this video to test out the TR2 and its regular weapon damage for my big master spreadsheet to end all spreadsheets. And the reason that I'm not using rapid fire for that spreadsheet is because, well, there's actually a good reason to run FMJ. FMJ actually works in zombies, and especially if you're going for those high rounds, you might be looking for more damage to the hordes of enemies rather than just one individual target. And if the TR2 is as good as some of you guys have been saying, FMJ might just be the option, especially after double taps rate of fire increase. I am excited for this gun. I did not mean to get that nuke. Now I'm gonna throw up on screen what they did to the TR2 because they basically overhauled this thing. Overall damage is increased by 40%. They increased the critical damage by 90%, nearly doubling it. And they reduced the weapon recoil by, what does it say, 40%? Now I have the CHF barrel on, so we are getting a little bit of recoil, but honestly, it feels pretty good to me. I remember it being pretty bad. I remember putting on a compensator, but we have a suppressor and it feels pretty good. But then again, I think I've used this gun like twice. But you know what? We have enough points. Let's go ahead and turn off the Rampage Inducer because it's going to be a bug round. And let's make our way down into the Tomb. I especially like using this map to test out weapons because there's a bunch of free stuff. First of all, there's these dig sites, which usually give me some free things, especially salvage. Hey, look, a dissector. I'll take that. And a power drill. Nice. But also, there's a free Pack-a-Punch quest. A quest as a little Easter egg, and a free epic tool. So that really helps me on points and salvage when I want to test stuff out. And plus, like, looking at this I mean, you can't see because of the fog, but just the atmosphere of this map, in my opinion, way better than Shattered Veil. Way better than Shattered Veil. I know, crazy to say. Oh no, that's not good. The gateway isn't working for me. It might be because I have anywhere but here. So let's see if that's the problem. That's no win. I was just playing this map. Okay, it was because of anywhere but here. Dang it, so that's still a problem. Well, hopefully Treyarch fixes that soon. I should make a post about that. I want to be a little bit better about bugs and fixes and all that stuff. That might be beneficial. But anyway, PSA, if you have that bug, just stop equipping anywhere but there, or anywhere but here, and that should fix the problem for you, even though that's not really a solution. It's more of a workaround. But now that that's done, I think we're at the end of our round. We're gonna do that. We're gonna hit that rock, hit this rock, and that rock, and we should have a free Pack-a-Punch. And now this is gonna be a 3-round burst, unfortunately. But let's see how much damage we're doing. 668 per bullet. That's okay. It still feels like it fires pretty slow. We'll see what it feels like with double tap on it though. But I know 668 is going to be a decent per bullet damage, at least starting so soon. Because I have tack stance on here though, I would like to go get Deadshot and maybe Stamina, but I want to get Deadshot first. So let's make our way through this portal, which thankfully works. Going through this door, through the caves. I mean, just look how gorgeous this is. I mean, this is so much better than some like random mansion that's like part of the campaign mission, I guess. I don't know. You guys know me in Shattered Veil, but look at how tight this tack stance spread is now. It looks so good. Ooh, I forgot if I have the Infiltrator stock. I forgot I wasn't using the Infiltrator stock for so long until I made that recent video. And if you haven't seen that recent video talking about tack stance, you need to check it out. It was game changing for me. And have no worries, this cryo freeze will stay here. I think it's permanent. I think it can be there indefinitely. We got a lucky beginning of the round double points, which is great. I completely forgot to buy Juggernog before Deadshot Deadshot, that's okay though. Yeah, the rate of fire not winning me over, especially with the body shot damage. I'm not sure how that's gonna go, but we do have double tap with double standard, so I'm gonna be testing that out for a video soon to see just how effective that is. But we'll see, we'll see. Okay, so we're walking pretty slow without stamina up. Let's go ahead and purchase it, and that is so much faster. Look at that, that feels so much better. Now we're maneuverable, and let's hit up this SAM trial. Critical kills, perfect. With Deadshot, we're dealing 771 damage to the head, which is pretty good since we've got 2 more things of Pack-a-Punch worth going. And there's that very easy SAM trial completed. What do we get? Mangler Cannon, okay. Well, now that it's round 11, we're gonna head back into here, pick up this Cryo Freeze, freeze this waterfall, freeze that waterfall, and get a free epic tool. And then look how beautiful this is, right? Like, I know a dinosaur's cool, but like, isn't this, I love it. And the unique zombie skins on the tomb, just atmospheric. It's so good. I mean, it's not like my favorite map of the game. That goes to Citadel or Terminus, depending on the day. But this map has a good amount of charm. I mean, aside from maybe like Shangri-La, I don't remember like a jungly, I mean, this screams jungly to me, this atmosphere, this area. It's so overgrown and I love it. I mean, there's the forest in Dead of the Night, but man, we're dealing 2,800 damage with this thing, and we have 2 more Pack-a-Punches to go. Oh boy, that is crazy. That's exciting. If we're dealing 28 now, which means after we Pack-a-Punch this again, we're gonna be dealing like 5,600 damage, which is gonna be over 10,000. It's gonna be like 11,000 damage triple Pack-a-Punch plus the legendary upgrade. Oh, you guys, this might be actually viable now. Let's see, Pack-a-Punch. Also, beautiful Pack-a-Punch camo. I love this Pack-a-Punch camo. It might be my favorite in the game. 46, okay, 46. So not quite double, so maybe 10,000. Oh dude, that was a one shot, but still maybe around 10,000 damage per shot, and it's a burst fire. I agree with you. I wish we could take off the burst fire naturally and just make it single shot, but unfortunately that is not the case. I do want to switch off of Cryo Freeze because I do not want this ammo mod stealing any of my headshot points. I will get our tier 2 armor. Let's do some dig sites with Deadshot. Bummer. And there's some PhD. Now let's head on down to my favorite training spot. Never mind, I'm feeling bold. Let's do a SAM trial. Ooh, an arrow trap. Okay, I love these. Love it when they make you use the trap of the map. I think it's so cool. And the traps are better in this map than Shattered Vale, man. I'm telling you. Come on through, zombies. Come on through. Let's just actually prone underneath here. Maybe that'll help. Okay, maybe it won't. Let's see what we got. A Casimir. I'll take a Casimir. And the zombies are like stuck on the wall because of the arrows. That's really cool. But here we are, round 16. I know a lot of people say wait to round 20 or whatever to get the legendary tool for free, but here we are, round 16. We've got the legendary weapon already, and yes, I was excited for this because if you forgot, you can bully amalgams with Frost Blast, and they will fall over if you have the augment that makes zombies slip and fall over. Ice Slick, I think it's called. So I love doing that with Frost Blast, and we haven't done it for a while, so I wanted to share that with you. But with that legendary upgrade, we are dealing, what is it, 6,100 damage? So we might be in the 12,000 damage per shot territory here, which is pretty darn good. I do want to pick up some Speed Cola, and then I think that's it until we triple Pack-a-Punch. And I know I just said down there is my favorite training area, but like the Speed Cola room right here, this might be my second favorite training area. I think this one's going to be really bad at high rounds, but this one, before round 40, is pretty fun. And it's on a flatter playing field, so you can get a little bit more headshots, a little bit more consistently. And you know what? We might as well do the free perk Easter egg. We've got PhD. We're not going to take damage from these, and I know we don't have the best odds at getting double tap, but some odds are better than no odds. Let's do it. Give me double tap. Elemental pop. Okay, that's whatever. I think I got electric cherry on here. So that means there is a chance that one of these random elemental pop effects will be the brand new Shatter Blast that you can't get yet, but it's in elemental pop and all of the augments work. So why is it not in the game? I don't know. I just want to do my augment reviews. I see some electricity around us. Let's see how this is going to be against a mimic. Let's see now. How about this? Oh, yep, that's pretty pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, we've got another amalgam. We've got another amalgam. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, we're gonna Frost Blast, knock down all of the zombies, so it gives me a little bit of chance to work on this amalgam, and the amalgam's dead. Look at that. I'm telling you, if you hate amalgams, this Frost Blast effect where it knocks everything down, really good, really fun. Oh, and here's a Doppelgast if you were wondering. Well, there was a Doppelgast there. He's gone now. And we've got 30,000, so we're gonna be able to see what our final big damage number is going to be for the TR2 post patch. And I swear the Pack-a-Punch is never where I first look. So here is the triple Pack-a-Punch. This is the press F to pay respects, obviously. Oh my goodness. 12,344 damage per bullet? Oh, that can one-shot? That can one-shot. How fast? That can one-shot until round 31 with one bullet. With one bullet, you're gonna be able to one-shot zombies until round 31 with this thing. That's crazy. But that is also a fantastic example of why, yes, you want a faster rate of fire, and yes, we will get double tap as soon as we can, but that is so much damage that if you can make that damage collateral more zombies, you're gonna get more damage to the entire horde per burst or per bullet. So FMJ honestly might be my new go-to. I know I've tested it before, but I'm not super happy with that video anymore. But again, I don't know how better to test it, but conceptually FMJ might be the king now, especially with the double tap rate of fire increase. Ooh. All right, so, okay. We've got a Doppelgast and I heard an amalgam spawn in. So we're gonna walk on down here, turn around and like two-shot, well, we were able to two-shot the Doppelgast. Let's get people down here. I really should not have picked up this Casimir, but let's do this. We're getting 23,000 damage. 23,000 damage against the elites. That's crazy. And he's dead now. Amalgam's gone. Again, it's only round 23. We'll have to wait and see what it feels like since we're not one-shotting anymore after round 32. So we might go up to like 40 or something to see just how good this feels. And it is fully automatic, or, you know, you can hold down the trigger and it will automatically shoot, which is good. And as much as I love the Casimirs, I think I'm gonna go swap them out for decoys. Beautiful. We've got 20,000 points. We are only after one and only one perk though. Let's admire that beautiful animation and double tap. That is our go-to. So now this is gonna get an increased rate of fire. I only have double or nothing as well as double standard. So this is not going to include the like 25% DPS increase from double impact, even though double impact might be really good for the TR2. Oh yeah, that increase in rate of fire feels pretty nice. I mean, take a look at this. It's still not fast. So people might want to run rapid fire, but that feels a lot more usable than it was before. Just with double tap alone, that's pretty good. Now the question becomes, how do I test this for my damage spreadsheet? I think what I should do is I should take the overall rate of fire of the 80 rounds, because essentially that's what the number you want to look at is. It's nice to know the rate of fire within the burst, but the overall rate of fire is probably more important in terms of DPS. And you know what? We're going for a higher-ish round. Might as well Pack-a-Punch the Dissector. It's been a while since I've used it, and it's pretty good. But there's a Doppelgast that's done in just a little bit of time. Obviously, the accuracy is not always going to be there, but man, that's pretty good. Armor, of course, is going to be a big factor. There's a Doppelgast done in like one burst. Y'all were right. The TR2 is pretty darn good right now. It's still, the burst is still a little weird, so I can't wait for that full auto conversion kit to happen. Unless the numbers prove otherwise, I don't think this one's going to be crazy insane for the meta of the game though, just based off of my feeling. But that could also be just because of the burst fire. Oh, and we've got another amalgam, so let's do this. Throw him down. Look at that, 23,000 damage. Wow. Elemental damage, I should say. Another amalgam, sweet. Let's throw another decoy. Throw a Frost Blast there, 23,146. Dude, that's nuts, and he's dead. He's dead. Isn't that so great? Now, in terms of this Dissector, I remember this being also really good. We're only Pack-a-Punch 2. Little bonus side mission here. Oh, wow. 14,000 damage before it's fully Pack-a-Punched. And if I'm remembering right, we can't, like, headshot with it unless it's through the death perception thing. Yeah, that's okay. That's good, though. I'm trying to be efficient with my time and test out all the guns that I can for that weapon DPS spreadsheet. That's like my main mission in my life right now. And there's triple pack-a-punch on the dissector, which is gonna get us 28,000 damage. I think I remember that. All right, I think we're close to the end of the round. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up here, shoot into the sky, and we're gonna see just how fast we shoot these 80 bullets. And this is me holding down the trigger. It doesn't seem very fast. And I know that's not gonna be like the exact rate of fire within the burst and everything, but for the 80 rounds we have, it's gonna tell us how much damage we do over time, which is what's most important. But it is round 32, which means that this will be the first round where, oh yeah, see, exactly, that's how much damage it has. It might still technically one shot, but it will definitely take, oh yeah, let's do this again. Yeah, there you go. And Frost Blast is going to get you a little bit of extra damage, so it'll make those even better. I should probably kill one without Frost Blast to get the real numbers, I guess, hey? And again, I'm testing this without rapid fire, without the extra double time augment for double tap, so you can make this fire a lot faster, which in terms of usability or feel, you might want to do, because it does feel pretty slow, even though it is pretty hard hitting. But now I do want to test out this guy, so I'm gonna spam click because I feel like that's as fast as I can do. I feel like this is a pretty good test right here. I like this. The reason I look up is so that I don't get any weird like frame rate drop or something and mess with the process I use to count the frames. Another reason FMJ might be really good is when you have a horde like this and you deal a bunch of damage, it lowers the threshold for those one-shot kills. Like you saw on round 32, how close all of the other enemies were to being one-shot. They had a sliver of health. So if you have FMJ, you affect more zombies, which means more zombies are probably going to die sooner. So I'm stuck between FMJ and rapid fire. I don't know. It might be worth it. Instead of double or nothing, which I usually run, it might be worth switching to double time just to get a little bit more usability and consistency, I guess, in your output. The last damage number I need is the elemental damage without using Frost Blast. Plus, I would really like to get this Nebula today. And as you saw, I am running Dead Draw on Dead Shot. It makes your hip fire spread reduced, so that helps with the tac stance. But if you're good, oh yeah, we should test the ADS with it, right? Let's bring them all together here. If you're good, like this recoil is not that bad. The recoil is so much better. That is part of the thing that they nerfed, or I'm sorry, buffed. So if you're somebody who likes aiming down sights using reticles, it might be worth using the Deadshot augment that breaks armor, because when you're dealing this much damage, you want every shot to count, and armor just gets in the way. Have I mentioned how beautiful this map is? It's a beautiful map. I love it so much. It does have a lot of special enemies though. Lots and lots of special enemies. Amalgam, how's it going? I need you real quick. Well, I'm gonna try and get this Doppelgast out of here. There you go. And then I would like that Mimic out of here so I can throw a decoy, pretty please. Let's get you gone. Yeah, dude, this gun is so much better. All right, so now I'm gonna throw a decoy over there, and we're gonna try to keep an eye out for how much damage we're dealing with our elemental damage. It is so hard to see. I might 18.5 something. I might look at that at editing. 18.516. Cool. That makes sense because half of 12,000 is 6,000 and 12 plus 6 is 8. It's just with Frost Blast, it's even more. Speaking of, here you go, Amalgam. Let's do that. Let's like 2 burst you in there. Beautiful. It's going to be so hard to tell whether or not this is going to be like a meta gun or not. I don't think it is, but the numbers I think are going to be really good, even with the slow rate of fire. Oop, Frost Blast. It's just really hard to get consistent headshots with this thing when it's a burst fire. Even without the tac stance, if you were aiming down sights, I feel like it'd be pretty difficult. But then again, most guns are difficult to consistently get headshots on, so it's only a figurative or a ideal constant anyway. And with double or nothing, you could see when I'm not getting headshots, I'm only dealing like 4,000 damage, which is still pretty good, especially for a burst fire. That's like a one shot to the chest at round 32 with double standard on, I should say. Did I say that? Yeah, with double standard. And this happens quite often here. Oh, thank you, Mimic. I appreciate you so much. The theoretical time to kill and the theoretical DPS is just so ridiculous on certain things. Because technically, I mean, we're dealing like 37,000 damage per burst. But when there's armor, when there's recoil, when not all 3 shots are going to the same place, it can be really difficult to gauge how practical that information is. But because these same assumptions are being assumed against all weapons, the armor, the recoil, the accuracy, I feel like it's a fair comparison. But here's a Mimic on round 38, you know, that's 4 or 5 bursts, you know, not bad at all, with missing a ton of shots too, you know. Let's see what this is like. Oh, we got some more Mimics, 2, 3, 4, yeah, it's about 4 bursts. Again, I'm using like tac stance, there's not a lot of accuracy right now, there we go, there's lots of zombies, FMJ putting in the work. So far, I am not sweating at all, but I do want to get like a good isolated armored zombie so I can show you what it's like against one of those. Oh, here's a Doppelgast first. Here's a Doppelgast. There you go. 1, 2, like 3 bursts if you're on target, maybe 2 bursts if you're on target. That's not too bad. All right, so we've got a heavy zombie with a helmet. Let's go ahead and shoot him and see what we can do. Yeah, I think that would have been a 1 burst kill because you saw one of them break the helmet, one of them deal damage, and the other one probably miss, but 2 burst kill to helmeted zombies, depending on what you think, depending if you have that rate of fire increase or not, that might be pretty good. At the very least, this weapon is incredibly usable compared to what it was. But now here we are, round 41, probably higher than most casual players go, or most games go for Black Ops 6 Zombies. Here is a Doppelgast right off the start. Look at that. I'm gonna try to get a Mimic. There you go. That's 3, 4, 5, you know, still around that 5 burst area, which is pretty good. Let's get Turtle Shell to the rescue. I love Turtle Shell for those reasons, exactly that. Let's get that Doppelgast done. Look at that from across the way. Still feels really good. But now in terms of the Amalgam, let's throw a decoy over there and get him clear. So let's see how fast we can go with him. He just healed a little bit. It's always hard for me to get the headshots on him, but honestly, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Obviously, I'm not hitting the spots that I should, but that still worked fairly well. Now, in terms of this, Frost Blast knocking him down and just kicking him while he's down, look at that. I mean, if that's not if that's not reason to run Frost Blast, I don't know what is. Yes, I'm at 10 health. No, I'm not gonna go down. We're fine. So good. And between you and me, because I use this map to test out guns, I think I'm gonna save and quit. I know I usually exfil and it's good for the video, but like, I wanna test out more guns. I've got enough points in salvage to test out a couple guns behind the scenes, so that's what I'm gonna do, so I'm just gonna save and quit here. Sorry if that's a little anticlimactic. But hey, that took us an hour to get to round 41. That's not bad at all, just using the TR2. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my editing software and we are going to calculate the damage per second of the TR2 and see how it stacks up against everything else. All right, after crunching the data for both the TR2 and the Dissector, I am shocked because this is how they stack up. Not only is the TR2 with that horrible rate of fire one of the worst DPSs we've tested so far, but the Dissector's even worse. So surprise twist of this video, the Dissector kind of sucks. But I think this gives the perfect opportunity to showcase something that is imperfect about all of these types of spreadsheets. I've gotten so many intelligent comments about you guys saying, Donuts, this doesn't represent the damage to the horde, the penetration damage, the accuracy of all of your damage, like if you're missing shots, and you are all completely right. And the Dissector specifically here is the perfect example of that. The Dissector, as we all know, has incredible penetration power. It collaterals so many zombies at a time. So with that insane damage it does, even though it has a really slow rounds per minute, the damage per second does not accurately represent how good that gun is. And the same goes for the TR2, sort of. As we discussed throughout this entire video, the burst is going to be really good. There's a lot of damage within that burst, but the burst delay will always slow down the TR2. It will always slow down the rate of fire, and it will always look like the DPS is worse than it might actually be. Especially when you take into effect that I'm not counting all the penetration damage that I'm doing, which does add up. And also with the Dissector, I would love to test it out with the double time augment for double tap. Because it's a non-bullet weapon, most of the double tap augments don't work. So if you're gonna use the Dissector, you're gonna use it with double time. So I want to retest it with that. But again, I saved and quit that game so I could do just that. Now I went back and I looked at an old TR2 game before the patch, and we were only dealing like 6,000 damage. And if the rate of fire didn't change, that means that we would be doing less than 40,000 damage per second, which is terrible. So they really did a lot to make this TR2 much better. After all, you saw the gameplay, you saw how useful it was. At the very least, it's going to be easy to get that Nebula camo. But if you want to see a weapon that had a real glow up, that is, at least according to my stats, better than the Maelstrom, you are going to want to check out the Krakova. Don't believe me? Check out this video and stay beautiful.